The Interbus is one of the more successful joint ventures the empires have undertaken. It was formed in the past to act as a neutral passenger transportation company that would span the entire known world. Since then it has evolved a bit, especially when it started to ferry goods too. The Interbus is used by the SCC to ferry goods between stations, as they are reliable and operate in every station in the world. As Interbus has to operate not only in Empire stations, but also in pirate havens and other stations associated with organized crime, the company has to uphold a very strict policy regarding neutrality and secrecy. Even if the company is owned by the empires, no information regarding to shipments or station locations is ever given out. The strict adherence to these rules has allowed Interbus to operate without harassment in every corner of the world of Eve, making them one of the pillars of the interstellar community. Interbus is an impartial freighter company jointly owned by the empires. Set up to ferry passengers and goods to and from any corner of the cluster, it has been extremely careful to maintain its neutrality in every aspect of business. It possesses the finest stellar mapping systems and station data of any organization in the cluster by means of easy access to information from all of the major empires. Shipping routes and customer confidentiality are guarded with an almost obsessive level of security. Formed a little over 40 years ago by Hokkaido Puchara, the corporation was intended to facilitate interstellar passenger transportation, a field with colossal startup costs and a notoriously low rate of return on investment. Hokkaido Puchara had served as the CEO of Interbus since the company's founding in YC72. With joint funding from all the empires, Interbus swiftly grew into a large conglomerate offering both passenger and large volume cargo hauling services with no political or economic bias. Today, the setup costs of such a business have vastly diminished. Many of the empires have set up their own corporations, such as Imperial Shipment, Prompt Delivery, Freedom Extension, and Inner Zone Shipping. Despite these new competitors, however, Interbus still enjoys the largest market share by a sizable margin, something the private companies are not all that happy about, grumbling about unhealthy state intrusion that makes competition very lopsided. The Interbus may be child of its time, but it still serves a vital role, that is to link even the smallest and most remote stations into their vast network. As stated in Interbus Charter, Interbus must offer service to all stations placed in solar systems that have a stargate leading to a solar system that is a part of the program. Exempt to this rule are systems that exceed a graph distance of 13 jumps from the Interbus headquarters. As part of its charter, Interbus pledges to offer service to any station or outpost, and in order to do so effectively, the corporation must tread a fine line between serving various governments faithfully and at the same time establishing trust with new and growing settlements and stations. The board of directors for Interbus has successfully managed to stay clear of the quarrels and conflicts of the various factions within New Eden, with the resulting neutrality meaning that while its services aren't welcomed everywhere with open arms, it's perceived as a service useful and neutral enough to be permitted to operate in peace. The Interbus system, which spans almost the whole of the cluster, is one of the cheapest and most reliable forms of transport available. It also operates as a neutral safety net for those travelers who find themselves in trouble. Many careless merchants and explorers who have found themselves stranded among strange stars attribute their safe return home to Interbus. Hokkaido Puchara, CEO of the Interbus Corporation, passed away unexpectedly in the early hours of the morning on October 11, YC124 at his estate on July 3. He was believed to have suffered a massive cardiopulmonary arrest event in his sleep. Puchara had served as the CEO of Interbus since the company's founding in YC72. A young Concord administrator at the time, Puchara was appointed to lead the fledgling organization because of his unflinching dedication to public service. During his tenure, Interbus transportation came to be seen as an essential service by the people of New Eden. Puchara arranged for Interbus to provide free transport to Minmatar people within Amar space following the Emancipation Proclamation of YC-110. Despite resistance from within his own organization, as news of Puchara's passing spread, governments across the cluster sent their respects. Sanmatar Malia Tashekar of the Minmatar Republic said that Puchara was one of liberty's staunchest defenders. and President Seals Agard of the Galenti Federation called him an industry legend. The Caldari chief executive panel mourned Pucara as a steady hand in a time of rash actions. Empress Ketai's office released a reserved statement, acknowledging Pucara as a man of principles who lived a life in accordance with those principles. Hokkaka Pucara is survived by 3 children. The eldest, Ilmari Pucara, is also an Interbus board member and was staying on Uli 3 with his father at the time. At the incident, his family has not made an official statement. After the death of Hokkaka Pucara in YC-124, the Interbus board quickly announced a successor, Executive Director Alexander Dukas. This came at a time when the Big Four empires were unable to reach an agreement over Interbus operations during the present diplomatic crisis. Many saw Pucara as crucial to these negotiations, and his passing raised doubts over the future of Interbus. Despite these concerns, Ilmari Pucara led the board in expressing confidence in the new CEO. Dukas was known for his innovative thinking, and he was quick to pay tribute to his predecessor's legacy. He stated that no ship could have asked for a steadier captain than Hokkaka Pucara. He stayed the course for over 50 years. His devotion to Interbus's core principles was without question, and we will not see his like again. When asked about the future of Interbus, Dukas seemed optimistic. He viewed Interbus as an institution and a pillar of New Eden, but acknowledged that the cluster was changing, and the organization must change with it. Dukas stated, "I see a bright, shining future for Interbus. I share a wish now with all the people of New Eden. A wish that level heads had prevailed, that our beloved cluster had known peace. But come what may, we ensured that our doors remained open, that the movement of people was unrestricted, and that the free flow of new ideas remained unbarred by conflict. For now and evermore." Looking back, Dukas' statement about Interbus having a bright future and his wish for peace and open movement of people have been seen as a significant moment in the corporation's history. His words, "for now and evermore," have been considered a precursor to the founding of the Evermore Corporation, a venture that Dukas launched, which aimed to extend the principles of free movement and open exchange beyond the realm of transportation. The quote has been seen as an embodiment of Interbus's core values and a testament to its enduring legacy. Interbus's announcement of reincorporation under a new parent company, Evermore, was met with both excitement and apprehension. The newly appointed CEO, Alexander Dukas, wasted no time in restructuring the company after the death of former CEO Hokkaka Pucara. Interbus had been struggling due to the deadlock among representatives of the founding empires, who were unable to reach an agreement on the future of the company amidst rising militia war zone conflict and the activation of prototype stellar transmuters by the Ammar Empire. The restructuring deal was seen as a breakthrough as it ended the deadlock by making Interbus a private-public concern under Evermore, a privately controlled entity. The move was welcomed by representatives of all 4 empires who saw it as a way to ensure Interbus's continued independence and neutrality in uncertain times. However, the details of the deal were not disclosed, and rumors circulated that Evermore had paid significantly above market price for Interbus shares. Despite the positive response, a number of longer-serving Interbus executives resigned over the deal, citing concerns that the empires had sacrificed Interbus's future in order to fill their war coffers. Nonetheless, Dukas saw the change in management as an opportunity for Interbus to expand beyond its core mission and move away from the constraints of international politics. Despite the dissent, Dukas was resolute in his belief that the change in management was necessary for Interbus to expand beyond its core mission. He saw the move as a way for the corporation to crawl out from under the constraints of international politics and pursue new opportunities. And it seems that he was right, as this decision ultimately led to the creation of the Evermore Corporation, which played a significant role in shaping the transportation industry in New Eden for years to come. With the acquisition of several corporations across New Eden, Evermore had become a major player in the region. Interzone Shipping, Zero-G Research, Adaptive Provisioning, Velour Secretary Ops, and Chromos Incorporated had all become subsidiaries of the newly formed parent company. The acquisition of these companies had been confirmed by their respective executive boards and were finalized in just under a month. The move represented a significant diversification of Evermore's portfolio, going beyond the traditional Interbus remit. As the president of Evermore noted, Evermore is not just a rebranded Interbus. We represent a new and innovative approach to the connections that bind the people of New Eden. The mission was clear: to bring all things to all people. Interzone Shipping was once a humble shipping company that focused primarily on transporting raw materials throughout New Eden. However, in recent years, the company has undergone significant changes following its acquisition by the Bank of Luminaire and later by Evermore. With its advanced security system and excellent track record, Interzone Shipping caught the attention of the Bank of Luminaire, which acquired a majority share of the company. The bank recognized the potential in IZS's security capabilities and began using the company to transport high-value items, such as money and other valuable assets, between stations. After Evermore's acquisition of Interzone Shipping in YC124, the company underwent significant expansion and transformation. Today, Interzone Shipping operates as a contractor for the Evermore-owned Interbus, handling many of its employment contracts and administrative operations. This arrangement allows Evermore to streamline its operations and create a complex web of outsourcing that ensures efficiency and cost-effectiveness. Following its acquisition by Evermore, Zero G research firm received a much-needed boost in funding and resources. The company was once hailed as the great hope of the Caldari people, but poor financing had resulted in a steady decline over several decades. Evermore recognized the potential of the company and purchased the failing corporation, heavily investing in new infrastructure and research funding to bring it back to its former glory. With Evermore's support, Zero G was able to expand its research into new areas of space habitat design and life support modules for humans. The company's reputation was restored and it became a leader in its field once again. The research conducted by Zero G was crucial in the development of new technologies that allowed for longer and more sustainable space travel, benefiting not only the Caldari people but all of New Eden. Under the ownership of Evermore, Zero G also entered into partnerships with other companies within the conglomerate, such as Velour Secretary Ops and Adaptive Provisioning, to provide cutting-edge life support and safety systems for their operations. The acquisition of Zero G was a significant move for Evermore, demonstrating the company's commitment to innovation and investment in cutting-edge technology. Adaptive Provisioning, a small biomass processing and food production company, had long faced questions about its business model that regulatory bodies could not answer with certainty. The purchase of Adaptive Provisioning by the Meg Corporation Evermore was widely regarded as a controversial decision, and its future plans for the corporation remained unclear. In YC107, the corporation made headlines when individuals from Adaptive Provisioning were found seeking to purchase cadavers from capsule pilots in the Pure Blind region. The individuals, allegedly working for an unnamed client, were attempting to procure a large quantity of biomass. Montoriel, the CEO of Adaptive Provisioning, was reportedly leading the operation and refused to divulge any details about the client. He simply stated that his corporation was paid to procure things. Despite this controversial incident, Evermore saw potential in Adaptive Provisioning's technology and expertise in biomass processing. Upon acquiring the company, Evermore invested heavily in research and development to improve the corporation's efficiency and output. Adaptive Provisioning became a key supplier of food and biomass products to the growing Evermore network, as well as a provider of research and development services. In the end, the acquisition of Adaptive Provisioning proved to be a wise move for Evermore, helping to solidify the company's position in the rapidly changing landscape of New Eden. The controversial past of Adaptive Provisioning was overshadowed by the corporation's significant contributions to Evermore's growth and success. Velour Secretary Ops, a private security company, was formed in the aftermath of the Alero massacre. The company was formed by the upper echelon of Quaif's security division, which was dismissed by Quaif following the incident. The dismissal led to these men and women forming their own private security company that gained a reputation for ruthlessness and dedication to getting results. The board of Velour Secretary Ops quickly rose to become one of the most important mercenary contracting organizations operating in Galenti space. In YC-124, Evermore purchased the company and contracted them to take on security responsibilities for all of Evermore's subsidiaries. The acquisition was met with confusion by many, as Evermore was primarily known for its distribution network, and the need for a private military contractor for internal security tasks was unclear. Nevertheless, Velour Secretary Ops continued to provide security services to Evermore, gaining further notoriety for its involvement in various high-profile conflicts across New Eden. As time went on, Evermore's expansion and influence across New Eden grew, and Velour Secretary Ops remained an integral part of its security network. Despite its controversial reputation and past, the company proved to be a valuable asset to Evermore, providing unmatched security and protection for its assets and subsidiaries. Chromos Incorporated is a legendary cloning corporation that has been behind some of the most cutting-edge developments in the field throughout its history. Founded many years ago as an independent division of the Chamal Tech by Dr. Yomer Veshans and the entrepreneur Aaron Jassit, it now boasts thousands of employees, including many of the leading geneticists and bioengineers in the world. The company's focus on research and development in its early years paid off when it opened its first clone facility in the third year, and has since added another clone station every year. However, Chromos Incorporated's early years were not without difficulties. As a research house, it had spent several years experimenting with new applications of cloning technology. Although its researchers made many small advances in the use of biomass in modern medicine, their owners at Chamal Tech were continuously disappointed with Chromos' inability to create low-cost cloning that could be brought to mass market. The entire division was in danger of liquidation when Duval Labs offered a very generous bid for the company. Industry analysts expected acquired staff to be folded into Duval's own cloning department, but Chromos Incorporated remained largely autonomous. In YC-111, Duval Labs purchased Chromos Incorporated and benefited greatly from its cutting-edge technology and expertise. However, in YC-124, the company was sold off to Evermore, and industry analysts were curious about what would become of the legendary cloning corporation. Despite the change in ownership, Chromos Incorporated remained committed to its mission of pushing the boundaries of cloning technology and making it accessible to the masses. Today, it continues to be a leader in the field of cloning, working to improve the quality of life for people across New Eden. In addition to acquiring these existing companies, Evermore was also founding a host of new corporations. Verity Enhancements was established to provide augmentation manufacturing for the average New Eden citizen. Vaporcy Technologies was a cloud-based computing company that aimed to provide seamless connectivity to everyone. The Interplanetary Media Network was a cluster-wide network of planetary news and entertainment media outlets that promised to revolutionize the way people consumed information. Verity Enhancements is a relatively new player in the cybernetics industry, founded by Camille Vance, a former engineer at Duval Laboratories. Vance recognized the need for affordable and practical cybernetic enhancements for everyday citizens, and set out to create a company that would provide just that. With the help of significant seed capital from its majority shareholder, Evermore, Verity quickly developed and brought to market a range of high-quality implants that promised to improve the quality of life for ordinary people in New Eden. Unlike other cybernetic companies that primarily focus on providing military-grade implants or enhancing the capabilities of capsules, Verity's implants were designed for the common citizen, with practical applications such as improved vision, enhanced hearing, and increased physical strength. Despite being a newcomer to the industry, Verity's innovative approach and commitment to making cybernetic enhancements accessible to all have made it a formidable competitor in the market. The company has attracted a loyal customer base, with many people praising the practical benefits of their implants and the affordability of their products. Verity's partnership with Evermore has also provided the company with additional resources and expertise to further improve their technology and expand their offerings. As Evermore continues to reshape the economic landscape of New Eden, it is likely that Verity Enhancements will play an increasingly important role in the lives of ordinary citizens across the cluster. VaporC Technologies was founded by Evermore to provide advanced cloud computing and data storage services to businesses and organizations throughout New Eden. The company's name was inspired by the famous VaporC Nebula, which is known for its beauty and as a location for new star formation. According to the CEO, the company aims to be at the forefront of technology, just as the VaporC is a hub of activity for new stars. One of VaporC's primary focuses is the development of soft AI technologies that can operate with a high degree of efficiency and require a minimal amount of infrastructure. To achieve this, the company is investing heavily in research and development of bioneural interfaces, which allow for direct communication between organic and artificial systems. This technology has the potential to revolutionize the way that computers operate, making them more powerful and easier to use. VaporC's cloud computing and data storage services are designed to be scalable and adaptable to meet the needs of businesses of all sizes. The company offers a range of packages and pricing plans to suit the needs of its clients, and its services are backed by a team of experienced professionals who are dedicated to providing exceptional support and customer service. As an Evermore subsidiary, VaporC Technologies has access to a vast network of resources and expertise, which allows it to remain at the cutting edge of technological innovation. The company is committed to advancing the field of cloud computing and data storage, and it continues to push the boundaries of what is possible with its soft AI and bioneural interface technologies. The Interplanetary Media Network, IMEN, was founded with the mission of aggregating and distributing news and media content from across New Eden. The organization seeks to provide smaller, local media outlets with access to the same level of resources as larger, interstellar competitors, with the goal of creating a more even playing field in the news industry. IMEN has been known to purchase smaller planetary media outlets, providing them with support and resources, such as training, technology, and funding, to help them grow and improve their content. By doing so, IMEN has helped to bring more diverse voices and perspectives to the forefront of the news industry. Despite its efforts to promote fair and balanced reporting, the organization has faced criticism from some who worry about the impact of media consolidation on impartiality. Critics have also raised concerns about the potential for bias in the content that IMEN distributes. IMEN has responded to these criticisms by emphasizing its commitment to unbiased reporting and transparency. The organization has established editorial standards and guidelines to ensure that its content is accurate and impartial, and it has made efforts to involve local communities in the news-gathering process. Alexander Ducasse, the CEO of Interbus and now president of Evermore, was optimistic about the future. He assured the people of New Eden that, "In these dark times, Evermore will show you the way to a brighter tomorrow. As we grow closer to fulfilling our dream for a better, more connected New Eden, we hope you will all join us." Over the coming days, there were even more announcements to follow. For Evermore, this was only the beginning. The announcement of Paragon and the construction of new stations marked another milestone in Evermore's expansion. The corporation, under the leadership of Alexander Ducasse, continued to push boundaries and redefine the limits of what was possible in New Eden. Paragon's launch was met with excitement and curiosity from capsulars across the cluster. The corporation's unique approach to capsule relations, offering advanced nanoholographic projections in exchange for items instead of ISK, was a bold move that set it apart from other companies in the industry. It wasn't long before the first set of requested items, ship hulls, began to pour in from eager capsulars looking to experience Paragon's services. But it was Iris, Paragon's executive officer, that truly captured the attention of the public. As the first soft AI to be granted organizational control over a corporation in New Eden history, Iris represented a major breakthrough in artificial intelligence technology. Her virtual intelligence was housed within a physical body made of flesh and bone, blurring the line between organic and synthetic life. The construction of 11 new stations across New Eden to support Paragon's operations was a massive undertaking, but one that Evermore was more than capable of handling. The new stations were strategically placed in key systems across the cluster, including Amamek, Amar, Asa, Albanal, Dodixi, Hek, Hakonin, Jita, Arafet, Renz, and Yahaba. to ensure easy access for capsules. With the launch of Paragon and the construction of new stations, Evermore continued to cement its position as a major player in the New Eden corporate landscape. And as Alexander Dukas declared, this was only the beginning. The future was bright for Evermore, and the people of New Eden could only wait and see what the corporation would achieve next. The transformation of Interbus into Evermore and the subsequent launch of Paragon marked a significant shift in the landscape of New Eden. With the founding of new companies and the acquisition of existing ones, Evermore diversified its portfolio and expanded its reach beyond its core mission of transportation. The inclusion of Paragon and its unique approach to capsule relations demonstrated a new level of innovation and willingness to embrace emerging technologies. As the political landscape of New Eden shifted and conflicts arose, Evermore's independence and neutrality became even more crucial. By embracing a more private public structure, the corporation was able to operate beyond the constraints of international politics and expand its services to new areas of the cluster. The development of Iris and the use of soft AI in organizational control marked a new era of technological advancement in the cluster, setting the stage for further innovation and growth. With the continued expansion of Evermore's operations and the launch of Paragon, the future of transportation and capsule relations in New Eden was forever changed. Thanks for watching this video on Starship News Network. We hope you found the content informative and entertaining. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Also, please take a moment to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below with your thoughts and suggestions. And if you're interested in more EVE Online lore and news, be sure to check out our other videos on the channel. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.